Hey everyone, I'm T Frank, and after much hype from the internet, I decided to pick up the Pixel 3a. This phone was not sent out to me and was purchased with my own funds, hashtag a gift from Tamika. All jokes aside, the first thing that caught my eye was the $400 price tag for this phone. I used to be a person that tried to experience every new flagship, but given the new $1,000 price tag for a lot of smartphones, I'm just really not willing to pay that price. I believe the Pixel 3a offers things that average consumers care about at an affordable price. And of course, with that price comes a few sacrifices. But after using this device for the last 48 hours, I think this will still be a good device for most people and is a good device for me because I no longer desire some of the things that the pricier flagships offer. The Pixel 3a gives you a pure stock experience with the latest version of Android. While some may call this boring, as a longtime fan of the Nexus line, this is something that I loved on my Galaxy Nexus, my Nexus 4, my Nexus 5, my Nexus 6P, my Nexus 7, and my Nexus 10. So rather than focusing on gimmicks, it just gives you the things that you need while offering a smooth experience. In the last 48 hours, I haven't had any issues with this device, and hopefully this will remain this way over time. One thing that I've missed from flagship smartphones while using budget and mid-range phones is a solid camera. This is where the Pixel 3a excels. I've actually heard so many people praise the cameras on this phone, and they weren't lying. When comparing the photos to those taken with my XR, most times I actually prefer the Pixel 3a camera. For the first time in a while, I can actually say that I have two smartphones under $1,000 that can hold me down in the camera department. So far, battery life has been pretty good with the Pixel 3a. It's been able to get me through a day easily. This is something that's extremely important to me since I've been spoiled by the XR. I oftentimes have to remember that the XR has to be charged, and I'm someone that's on social media a lot, so this is definitely a plus for me. Battery usage, of course, will vary depending on the user, but so far I'm pretty content with what I've gotten on the Pixel 3a. This phone features a polycarbonate back, so you don't have to worry about breaking a beautiful glass back. This is something that I'm a little bit paranoid with on my iPhone XR, and I feel that I have to be extra careful with it, and I do not use this phone without having a case on it. One thing to note is that the screen isn't Gorilla Glass on the Pixel 3a, and I've seen that people have actually cracked it already or scratched it pretty easily, so I do recommend getting a tempered glass screen protector ASAP. Needless to say, I think this phone is still going to be one that will last for a while. I found the call quality to be okay. I'm not a person that talks on the phone a lot. I'm more of a person that likes to text. However, I found this phone to sound pretty good and to feel good while on a phone call because it's actually really light. The iPhone XR is a bit more hefty, so on phone calls, I like to keep them really short, or I'll actually use my AirPods so that I can free up my hands. With the Pixel 3a, I feel like I can have a very long conversation without getting too fatigued from having a heavy phone. I like that Google put the headphone jack back on this phone. I mostly use wireless headphones, but there are times when I grab my wired headphones and I have to remember that I need an adapter to use it. It's nice to know that I don't have to remember to keep an adapter with me if I want to plug my headphones into the Pixel 3a. There are no front-facing speakers on this device, but it does have stereo speakers, one down at the bottom and one in the earpiece, which does sound pretty good in my opinion, especially when watching YouTube videos. I also use this phone to manage my social media accounts, and I found it to be a pleasure. My quick conclusion after a few days is that the sacrifices seem well worth it at this price point for what I need in a smartphone. Even with an older processor, the performance has been okay. The lack of an IP rating doesn't really bother me because I'm really careful with my phones. Wireless charging is definitely missed, but I do consider this to be a luxury and not a necessity, especially if it drives up that price. If you have a Pixel 3a or you're considering getting one, let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys as always for taking the time to watch this video. I'm T Frank, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.